Yo, mamas. Long time no see. I didn't post last week because I was going to try out this bit where I pretended like I joined the Church of Scientology and then disappeared because really I just wanted to have like a little Christmas vacation and not post or be on my phone. No one cared. No one cared that I walked right into the Church of Scientology headquarters and didn't post for 3 weeks. So Great. Not even worth doing the bit anymore. I was gonna lead it up to like a whole video. No one gaff. So anyways, but actually on the topic of what I'm talking about today, one thing after I came back from not being on my phone for many weeks and logged onto TikTok, one of the first things I saw was this lady on TikTok should I even say her name? I don't even like doing that anymore. I don't even like putting the spotlight on people. Not that I've like much of a big spotlight to give, but I saw this creator. She's fairly big. She has like 6 million followers on TikTok, and got into this like whirlwind of drama, and that's what we love on Drama Mama, isn't it? You just love hearing about the downfall of people. Well, we're not going to get into that too much, but specifically her case is pertinent to what I want to talk about today. This to summarize it, to wrap it up in a nice little bow, this lady I think she posts like 10 TikToks a day. She's one of those like a mega influencers. Like this is like a tier above like a regular influencer. Like actually posting like 10 times. Like literally will make a soup and be like, "This is my soup haul. Here's how I made my." Anyways, she made a video. Basically, she's like, "I have a New Year's Eve party tonight, and there's this one top that I really want to wear. And if anyone has it," and she like shows the exact top. She's like, "If anyone has this, please DM me, and you can Uber package it to me. You can Uber courier your shirt to me, and I can wear it for this thing." And it was like a $300. It's called a halter top, which is new words to me, new vocabulary to me. But she sent out this response, and then I think it was like the day later, she makes this video, and she's like, "I think I just got scammed." And apparently she was in contact with this girl who was like, "Oh, I actually have this halter top. Let me like Uber courier it to you, I guess." And so she like waits around all day after this girl like agrees to send her halter top. This is so stupid. The way this doesn't matter at all on planet Earth, the way this means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but it's funny. It's funny in the moment. So she's like waiting around, and then she makes a TikTok, and she's like, "I think this girl scammed me." And just like was so angry that this girl could possibly, that this audience member who I'll get into, that she called her friend, ghosted her. All for later. This girl like finally commented, the one that was like the halter top owner comments on her video. She's like, "It was me. Sorry. I'm a healthcare worker, or I'm a nurse, and I got called into like a longer shift, and I completely forgot I wasn't like on my phone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And then it became a whirlwind of hate onto this influencer lady because she doubled down. She has made like since like 15 videos being like, "You fucking idiot nurse, dumbass, loser, fuck." Ugh, I haven't sworn in so long. It felt so gross to say. Basically being like, "I don't care if you were a nurse because you said you were giving me my shirt, and my shirt never arrived, and I had to go to my New Year's Eve party not shirtless, without halter topless. And while you were," I'm paraphrasing here, "while you were saving people in the OR, dying like little fucking idiots, I didn't have a fun outfit. I didn't have a halter top." I actually want to look up what a halter top is. I really cannot visualize what this looks like. Halter top. I feel like that's a name. I've heard someone name a halter before. What is halter top? A halter top is a type of sleeveless shirt similar to a tank top. Any fucking ways. This influencer lady makes like 10 videos on this girl, like a YouTube video. And meanwhile, like if you go to the comments of this lady's videos, everyone's just like, just coming at her because it's like, why are you being so callous? And also she didn't owe you the shirt. Like, what the fuck? But all of this aside, and then there's like a whole separate like rumor that this girl isn't even a healthcare worker and she's just like whatever. That doesn't matter. What I want to talk about today is what I alluded to earlier. So this influencer lady calls her audience her friends and has made, in every single one of these videos where she's like tried to defend herself, she uses that terminology, and she's like, well, my audience are my friends. Like, I just wanted to ask like my friends who has this halter top. What the fuck? What? Sometimes I forget. Okay, obviously there is the widely like the very obvious direction of parasocial relationships between like a content creator and like their audience, where it's like, you know, the audience thinks that they are content creator's friend. But there is the other direction, which sometimes exists, not always, but sometimes exists, where the content creator thinks that their audience are their friends. So, you know, sometimes you view like parasocial relationships with like, even like with like celebrities and stuff, it's like a one-way street. Sometimes it's two. I think that's batshit crazy to just like treat random people that are watching your videos as your friends. You don't know them. I don't know you. You don't know me. Capiche? But that became like kind of like her armor throughout this whole debacle, that like I was asking a friend, and friends don't do that. You sound crazy. What do you mean, your friend? This is a person who has a TikTok account with one post that is like, I have halter top for you. That like that. What? So, do I have hunter eyes, guys? I just learned what that term is. Do I have hunter eyes or beta male eyes? Sometimes when I lift my eyebrows a lot, it looks like I don't have them. Anyways. And this whole thing got me thinking. So, like, the way I approach being online, the way I used to approach being online was very similar to this, especially when I was, like, younger. Like, I would just, like, reply to every DM that I got. And, like, sometimes I even, like, strike up conversations. Especially like when I was like a teenager, like first getting like a whiff of being online. I was like, everyone's my friend. But it's like this lady that I'm talking about is like, I think probably close to my age, like late 20s maybe. Considering 5 million people your friend. No, because you don't know them and they don't know you. And in the broader scheme of things of like how parasocial relationships manifest like online in 2026, what really scares me and what I really just don't understand, where like the generational gap has like fully left me behind, is like streamers. And this is coming from someone who's tried their hand at it, and guys, it's not for me. I'm sorry to say, I don't think I'm gonna stream ever again. I'm really bad at it. I can't read the chat. Half the time the chat is just people talking about something else. They're like, can you mention my niche interest, like K-pop group? Or can you mention this like anime? And then like they just talk about something else, and it's like trying to play a game and reading. I can't do it. And I'm bad at it. I'm not doing it ever again, I don't think. I said like the last 3 times I've tried streaming, I've been like, I'm gonna try it out, and if I don't like it, I'm never gonna do it. I don't think I'm ever gonna do it again. But that aside, where I really just don't understand streaming at all is like first of all, you know, we have like these new things, like these like streamathons, or what do they call, like the mega streamathon. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but like these like Twitch streamers that will go live for like months long. I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole thing. Even an hour. I can't imagine, like, here, I'll listen to a podcast that's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours if I'm feeling crazy. But like the concept of like dropping everything that I'm doing because someone is like walking around in like a city and they have their cameraman and they're just like doing passive commentary on things. Oh my god, I can't. And that's just me speaking from me as like a consumer of media, not for me. But I really do want to understand what the appeal is, because it's such a I think the only way you could enjoy it is if you had it in your mind that you were like actually friends with that person. And I think that's a natural kind of result of watching someone talk for like over 3 hours. It's like they become like a little voice in your head. I think about when I would play like when I was like middle school, and I like play Minecraft for like 7, 8, 9 hours a day. And like I would go to bed and like have dreams about it. I think that that's maybe a similar kind of scenario that happens with like the audiences of Twitch streamers. Like they start to become like a character in your head, especially if you're like a shut-in, or you're not getting like around like 2020 when like people weren't getting like any human interaction outside of like the online world. Like I would get so many DMs. It's really scary when I get DMs of people saying that like I was in their dream. I'm like, whoa! I am person on screen. I am not person in your life. Like, what do you mean I was cool? I just know that just fucking disconnected the microphone.
Hey, good afternoon. This is David Banks. How are you doing today, Mr. Knox?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well. I appreciate you asking. Not too many people do. I want to just take up 1 second of your time. We're offering free estimates for home improvement projects. It's the beginning of the year. Maybe you want to do something for the winter, summer, spring. So we just want to get our estimate in so you could, make better decisions now. What do you guys have in mind for the summer, sprinter, wing?
Well, I'm actually, I'm very glad you asked about that, because I have had like an infestation in my walls of termites. I was wondering if I could get some. The fuck was I talking about? So, the way that like these streamers only exist, like I'm talking about like the really big ones, they only exist because of parasocial relationships. I think like in other scenarios, like with like TikTokers and YouTubers, like that can exist, but it's not like dependent. Like I can put out videos, but it's not dependent on people thinking that I am their friend. But like with streaming, like you kind of have to, because like the streamer is constantly talking to the chat, the infamous chat that is like persistently there, and like they're referring to them as if they are like a singular person, like they're like directly referring to them, even though they're saying like chat, which like obviously implies plural. But I feel like the way it's received is like, oh, they're talking to me, like I am chat. And even the concept of chat, the very concept of chat is so perplexing to me, because it's like, you look at some of these streams have like 60,000 people live, and they're people just, you're like, I don't think that these people that are talking in the chat realize that they are talking into the void, that the chances of what they are saying, there's like a 0.00001% chance that it will be even viewed or considered by another human being, which is so, it's so crazy to me. But nevertheless, the chat is persistent and it's constantly going. It doesn't stop. So I don't, the whole shtick of streaming, I don't understand. The reason why I started like kind of a few years ago was like, I play so many video games. I'm like, okay, maybe I make it a shared experience, but I don't think it was fun for anyone. So I won't be doing it ever again. Who is outside my door right now? Screaming. What the fuck? So I mentioned that like streamers are like the only kind of like creator that like relies on parasocial relationships, but I think I would place like typically TikTokers or like short form creators, like I don't know, like people that make Instagram reels at the bottom, because you're seeing that person for like 30 seconds a day. Like it's not like hours of their voice being like ported into your brain. But nevertheless, this lady who considers her audience like her friend has kind of like created that somehow. I think like maybe it's because like she posts like 10 times a day, which I'll fucking do it too. And also sharing so many parts of your life will also add to that like parasocial kind of nightmare. Like if you're like vlogging the moment that you wake up, the moment that you have your first meal, what you do throughout the day, who you hang out with, where you're driving to, what movie you saw, like obviously people are going to like start to think that they are a part of your life, or that they are a part, that you're a part of each other's life. Which I think is what she created. But the downside of that is, you know, when you have like a falling out with a friend or something, and it hurts so bad, and you feel in your chest, or like if you have a friend that I don't know, like turns out to be nasty, just a nasty person. I think finding out that like a creator or a celebrity or an influencer that you consider like a parasocial friend, finding out that like the second they like make a mistake or slip up, I think they feel it like 30 times harder because it feels personal, which has kind of been a conscious reason why I share very little about my life. Like I don't want to like foster a parasocial relationship. Oh my God, I can't remember. I was at this event. It was like some creator event, and they were like talking about some new like feature or something. Like I can't remember what fucking platform it was for, but like they had some creator on stage, and she was like, it was some sort of like community interaction feature on some fucking app. What do you think we'll be like talking about this when we're cooking fucking rats over like a garbage can in 10 years? But she was like, yeah, like I really love this feature because it really is gonna let me like foster these parasocial relationships that I like really benefit from. And I was like, wait, those aren't good. Those aren't good to have. What do you mean? Like, so, you know, I think like a lot of people, especially in like the creator space, especially when you're like growing, like try and actively build parasocial relationships, and doing it in ways like calling your audience my friends, doing like, I guess like event, like I've seen people do like yard sales at their house when they're like someone with like 3 million followers. You are going to get killed. Like someone is going to throw a Molotov cocktail through your window. Are you fucking crazy? Like unless you're moving. But no, it's been something that I've like actively tried to distance myself from doing. Like the amount of like things that I have done that you will just never, ever know about. Okay, now I'm making it sound like I am like Indiana Jones, like fucking chasing down Boulder. But no, I think like more so like when I go on like trips with family or friends, like you're never gonna see any of that. You're never gonna get like a vlog. You're never gonna get like a get ready with me, unless it's like a brand trip that I might be going on soon. Oh God, I'm really excited. But like, sorry, I just painting and I forgot that I ever put that up, and I for a second thought, who is the man in the corner? Listen, like it's something that's like only growing and growing and growing, like especially as like streamers or just like creators that profit off of having parasocial relationships grow. There's only going to be more. And I have been on the other end. Let me also play devil's advocate. I've been on the other end, like growing up, like being like 13, like watching YouTubers and like being so actually, I just remembered in this lady's videos, one of the reasons why she was like, everyone's coming at me for calling my audience friends. And then she was like, I grew up watching YouTubers and they felt like friends to me, which is now what I'm saying while critiquing her. But no, I also felt that. I also felt growing up like I was like, oh, I'm 13 and the YouTuber that I'm watching, if I ever see them in a mall, like we'll hang out. Like no, that will never happen. But I think that maybe the buck didn't stop there with her, and she uses it as like a justification for like building these parasocial friendships. But no, like I literally thought, I was like, I'm gonna go to Sweden one day. I'm gonna see PewDiePie. We're gonna hang out, and he's gonna think I'm the coolest dude ever, and I think he's the coolest dude ever, and he knows me because I've watched 400 of his videos. No, he would run. He would run the other way. I recently was at a water park and got recognized, which is like the worst fucking time to be recognized. I was like completely soaked, like my hair fucking wet. Like I was in like an inner tube looking so stupid and idiotic in my little fucking inner tube, all soggy. And this like pack of like kids were like, yo, and like I do this very infrequently because this is such a dickhead thing to do, but I was just not. I ate a little something beforehand that impaired which you shouldn't do while you're swimming. So let me also say that. But they're like, "Are you Ben of the week?" And like maybe I've done this 3 or 4 times in my life, but I was like, I instantly put on the British accent. I was like, "I'm who? I don't know who that is. Sorry. You said Ben of the week. I don't know who that is. I'm so sorry." And then I'm like paddling away, and then they fucking found me later. I was like, ooh, like off a little treat with special properties, and I'm like, oh, get me out of here. And I was like, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know who that is. And then eventually I just had to drop it because they're like, no, like you're Ben of the week. And I was like, fuck. This was like, yeah. And then and then I fist bumped them, but it doesn't even work. See, I want to get this fucking mole removed because like without that, I could do the plausible deniability, but like this so many times as a child, I tried to like put my fingernail underneath and like rip it off, but I don't think it's possible. You can get it frozen. I know my dad used to have a bunch of moles, and then one day he just went to like a doctor and they froze him off for like $50. Oh shit, now it's all red because I just tried to scrape it off with my fingernail. Anyways. Listen. How to consume media from creators, healthy mode. Let's discuss. You can watch YouTubers and TikTokers and streamers and think they're cool and get enjoyment from their content, but just always keep in mind that you don't know them and they don't know you. Unhealthy mode. Watching and like fully immersing yourself, like potentially spending 6 hours of your day watching like a live streamer. This is so ironic because I literally did a 6-hour live stream like a couple months ago, but I just didn't. It was because I was playing the game and I didn't think it was that long, and it ended up being like fucking 7 hours. And I wasn't gonna like, if I stopped at 5 hours or 4 hours, y'all would send a bomb to my house. So, unhealthy mode. Finding their address. Spending 6 hours a day with their voice being the only thing you hear from another human, and you've never met them in person. Healthy mode. You see someone in person and having a pleasant interaction with them. Unhealthy mode, which I've experienced many times. Screaming at someone. I have had someone take the AirPod out of my ear. Imagine that you're on the train and you feel a finger digging in your ear, and they take the AirPod out and they say, put it back in. What the fuck are you doing? What are some other, when you're in the water parks? Listen, they didn't know that I was off a little gummy while swimming. and in the wave pool in an inner tube, so whatever. But I just get overwhelmed. The other, you're probably wondering, okay, what are the other 3 times you've pretended to be a British person when someone comes up to you? The other 3 times were when I was overwhelmed or crying. That was a fun one. I remember I was really going through something in like 2022, and someone came up to me in like a hotel lobby, and I was like, "Oh, who's that? I don't know who that is." So now I'm sounding like a little dickhead, like I don't appreciate my audience. I really do appreciate my audience, and I'm very thankful that I can be like a little jester and like dance around for giggles and stuff. And like 99.99999% of like interactions I've had with people that watch my videos has been positive, and has been more than positive. It's been really heartwarming to me. But sometimes I gotta pull out the British accent. But the thing is, like, I have gotten it very easy, very, very, very easy, because, like, I am a man, and I have seen female content creators who get the horrifying experience of having parasocial relationships with their audience that's primarily men. Terrifying. Like, imagine what the 7th circle of hell would look like, and then imagine it as what like female content creators go through, and the kind of like messages that they receive, and the kind of interactions they have in person with their male audience. Ooh-wee. I am forever just like, I'm so lucky. But anyways, I digress. Just trying to have a healthy media consumption diet, and just remember that you don't know any of the people on your phone except for the people that you do know, because you see them in person. Anyway, fucking back to Scientology. Like, listen, it worked once, but I'm a one-trick pony, okay? Do you remember when everyone thought that the vegan teacher kidnapped me, and I was able to like have time and like build up like excitement because people thought I was kidnapped for like and then I posted my documentary? Wasn't the case here. Was not the fucking case here. Really thought that if I went to the Church of Scientology and then disappeared for 3 weeks, someone would give a fuck, but no one did. So, but maybe that's good. Maybe that means we're at a healthy point in a creator-audience relationship where you're not parasocial enough. Like, if the Scientologist took me, you'd say, well, on to the next one. But I did have a fun plan, a little fun video rollout strategy. Like, who the fuck am I? Like, video rollout like, what does that mean? It sounds like I'm like releasing like an album. Like, let me do my rollout. No. But I do have a big video that I've been working on for a fucking year that I'm probably gonna upload this weekend, and I don't know how it's going to be received, but whatever. I'm nervous. So stay tuned for that. I was going to like post some like cryptic like ass. I was going to just sit and smile for like 30 minutes and then post it on here, but I'm like, then that's going to make my mom worried. So anyways, I hope you had a good holiday season for whatever you celebrate. Here's the thing. When people say, I don't know why there's so much like so many people that hate when people say happy holidays, because I thought happy holidays means like Christmas and New Year's. I didn't realize that people thought it was like a race. They're like, keep Christ in Christmas. What? I thought it meant New Year's. It's not erasing any other holiday. Anyways, we'll get into that in my big video that I'm posting soon. Whoa, we're getting into crazy territory. Anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry to the people that came up to me in the pool and I pretended to not be me, and I pretended to be a British person. Wasn't that fun? Was that a fun bit that we did together? Bye.
How did they fake like a Gucci man nigga went brr, and I made 'em icy.